This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Stewart versus Smith. You all have been together for 2.5 years. You're engaged. You have one child together. And allegations of cheating are destroying this relationship. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Stewart, why did you bring your fiancé to court today?
Well, Your Honor, I believe he's cheating on me. I've had to, ruin all of my relationships with all of my family just to be with him, and we have a kid together. So I'm really seeing if he's worth it.
If you would find out that he is cheating, you're not only potentially going to lose this relationship, you will be alone.
Yeah.
You will not have your family to go back to.
No, I will not.
That's a tough choice to have to make between somebody you love and your family.
Right, and then you've chosen love.
Yeah, I did.
And the question is, has love chosen you? Mm-hmm. All right.
Mrs.
Mr. Smith?
Has love chosen her?
Oh, yes. I'm really in love with her, Your Honor. We've been through thick and thin, hard times, really hard times, and we've been at our high points together. You know, she's the love of my life. I want to marry her.
What do you hope to prove today?
That I'm not cheating, that I'm loyal to her, and I just want her to know that so we can move on.
So your wedding plans have been even put on halt because of these allegations of cheating. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor.
Are you starting to see the classic warning signs?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, tell me about that.
Well, like a lot of times when I'm like checking his phone, I'll see like text messages when he's like texting like a woman or something, and he'll call them babe or boo.
Like, you know, I can't control what somebody says to me.
No, it's not.
Oh,
So-
no.
Not that I can't control. Like,
Yeah,
no.
I can't control it.
Look, if I had $1.
You can always.
All right, let me just
correct
say
it.
this. You can't control, but let me tell you what you can. When somebody does that, you have to put them in their place. You have to say, hey, I belong to somebody else. Because when you don't check them, they presume, oh, okay, this is all right. So you have to be like, no.
When you say you can't control it, yeah, you can.
But what I mean by that is them texting me the first text. You know what I'm saying? I can't control that first text coming in.
All
but I
right.
can say something like you just said.
But you
And
never do.
Do you say
never
something,
do.
or do you reply back, say, hey, babe, hey, boo?
No, I just kind of ignore it. I don't say
You
nothing.
never respond back.
I respond back with, you know, like not bad.
But you don't
and
respond to the
sometimes
babe part.
Yes, you have.
Okay, maybe sometimes.
Okay, so sometimes you have, okay?
Yeah.
That's what we need to get at. So you say you can't control it. Not only are you not controlling it, you're encouraging it by responding in like fashion.
Right?
Right?
Right.
And that's not good, is it?
No.
Because it's got you here talking to us. What else you got?
Well, I mean, when I check his phone, or sometimes when like I check his location, he'll say, oh, I'm going here to hang out with my friends or something, but he'll always stop here, stop there, or sometimes he'll just be somewhere else for, an hour or.
How do you check his location?
Well, on Snapchat, you can check it on there. Sometimes I use like Google, and I can check it through like my email, see where his phone's at.
Wow.
Why are you doing all this?
Yeah.
Just to make sure, because a lot of times, I'll check his phone and I'll see that, so now I want to make sure he's not cheating on me.
That's like
or
5
going
minutes
somewhere.
after I leave the house, though.
But you know, if you go looking, you go find, right? You
Yeah.
understand that?
But see, here's the thing, though. If she's gone through his phone and has found text messages,
Right.
hey, boo, hey, babe, he's responding,
Yes.
then she's probably thinking, okay, let me check up on this.
I understand.
So that might be what's fueling some of this.
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, that's a fair statement.
Okay, see, I get that.
But I think it's very difficult to hold a person. Well, you were at the donut shop instead of at the drugstore.
All right, well, let me approach it this way.
All right, let me see what you got.
Has he been unfaithful in the past?
Yes.
Well, there you have it.
Okay, well,
What happened?
Well, he was with a family member of mine, and he cheated on her with me.
oh.
So you know what you're looking for. You know what the signs are. You know. Oh,
So it's the classic, how you get them is how you lose them. Okay.
and that's why your family won't talk to you.
Yeah.
That's why you've had to make this choice between.
So it's not just disapproval of we don't like him. It is, they don't like this.
Yes.
And you stole him from another woman.
Yes.
A family member.
A
not
family
just
member.
another woman.
It was
See?
more like I just fell in love with her. I was down at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and the other family member wasn't there for me.
You cheated on her with other people too.
Yes, I did. But in my defense, we wasn't you know?
So you were with her family member, fell in love with her and said, this is the one I need to be with.
Yes, ma'am.
And now she thinks you're ready to move on to somebody else.
Yes,
Because
sir.
of the text messages.
Yes, sir.
Because of your location issues.
It's every day, all day.
What's it like in your relationship?
So I say I could drop her off at work
Uh-huh.
around 2 o'clock. Probably by 4 o'clock, she's pinging my phone. Or she wants to know where I'm at. Or she'll ping my phone and then call and ask me where I'm at. Which, that's weird to me, because you just ping my phone. It comes to my phone when she does it, so I know every time she does it.
Oh.
Or,
So you know you're being hunted.
yeah, so it gets kind of annoying. So like sometimes I'll just stop answering the phone if I already told her where I'm at, you know? Like you already know what I'm doing. I hang out with guys.
Most of the time you're not where you're at.
I'm where I'm at.
No, a lot of times you'll just say I'm here and there. That's why I question you before I say anything, because a lot of times you just lie.
Okay, so here's the question. Are you where you say you are, or do you disappear?
Sometimes.
But a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Most of the time he'll disappear because he'll just turn it off.
What periods of time does he disappear?
Sometimes when he goes out at night after the bar, he'll just disappear. He'll turn off his location. He'll say, oh, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go to a party at 2 a.m. or whatever after I get out from the bar. He'll just turn off his location, not answer the phone, and then not come back until like 9 a.m.
Usually it's because I'm drunk. Sometimes I fall asleep in the car. Sometimes I fall asleep at a friend's house, you know?
All right.
What else do you have?
We share a phone together, and one day he was dropping me off at work, and I took the phone with me on accident.
Okay.
And somebody had texted literally as soon as I walked into the door, like he had told them, hey, she goes to work at 2, text me after.
Hit me up.
Yeah. So I got a text it was a woman, and they texted and said, oh, when are we gonna hang out? So I texted back, they acted like I was him, and I said, oh yeah, we can hang out later. She said, great. And then I texted back and said, are we gonna hook up, And she said, no, like, I'm on my period, like they had hooked up before in a past
Yeah.
time.
All right, so you submitted that information in your court papers.
Yeah, I have that.
And this is your recollection of the text.
Hey, when are you coming to see me?
When can we hook up?
Can't today because,
Come
yeah.
on, Mr. Cutler.
Your Honor,
You can't say that. We got
Honor,
kids, man. You can say that.
I have
That's
a lot
okay.
of female.
All right.
I have a lot of female friends.
Well, Mr. Smith, you say you have a lot of female friends.
Yes.
I'm curious as to what comes after that statement, because it could be, I have a lot of female friends. I don't know which one of these I was planning to hook up with.
If you give somebody a phone and that person interested in you, whether you've cheated with her or not, and you play like you're that somebody, when you talking to them and they're like interested in you and you say, oh, you want to hook up, and she's wanting to hook up, I feel like she's gonna reply just like she would if it was me, but she's playing like she's somebody else.
So you think that because she was catfishing for the most part, she caught some bait?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, have you ever caught him or found anything physically that supports he's cheating?
During the summer, he would go to those pool a lot.
Okay.
And there was a lot of pretty ladies at the pool in swimming suits. Well, one day when I went to work and I came home, I found a bathing suit in the bathroom.
And I'm going to presume that was not your bathing suit because you were not swimming at the time. Is that correct?
I have evidence.
Rob, would you please get that folder, please?
Thank you, ma'am.
And so you came home, you found a bathing suit, a woman's bathing suit, I take it?
Yes.
Where did you find it?
It was hanging on like the knobs on the cabinet
Where in your house was this?
in the bathroom.
So in the bathroom, you found a woman's bathing suit hanging on the knob. So when you found it, what did you do?
I got really mad. I asked him about it, and he said, oh, she was changing in the room, and she just needed to change out of her clothes.
Do you know who this woman's?
Yes, I've seen her wear it at the pool. I knew exactly who it was.
Had she ever been around Mr. Smith before?
Yes.
Have you seen them flirting together?
Yes.
So you think this might be one of the women he's hooking up with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not flirting with him, yeah.
Okay, what's this woman's bathing suit doing in your bathroom?
It wasn't just me and her. It was another girl too. That doesn't sound good. No,
Mr. Smith, okay, I'm concerned and intrigued. How many women were there?
there were just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah, just 2.
Just 2.
But at the time, we came from the pool and we were all changing to go out to eat somewhere.
You and these 2 other women?
I wasn't changing with
Why would
them.
they be in the room?
They were in the room because our bathroom is in the room.
Why your place?
Our place? Because it was close.
Half the time, no, because that woman, won that bathing suit, she had plenty of friends. I mean, she was very popular. And so she had plenty of friends that was all women's, you know, apartments where she could have went and changed. Why our bathroom?
So in your complex at the pool, she could have gone to a number of women's apartments.
Yes.
And this would have been an issue. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you see why this doesn't sound?
I didn't think much of it because she's seen me hanging with him before. She's seen like us kick it. I've kicked it with them numerous of times.
Okay, so what if I had a
But-
dude come in our bathroom and change?
And his trunk's on the hanging
As long
on
as she
the,
wasn't in the bathroom with him, like I'm fine with that. Like that's where the buttons push is she's in the bathroom with him. I wasn't in the bathroom with her.
Okay, Mr. Cutler, I think that we have enough evidence at this point. What we got is the phone. She goes on the phone and she finds text messages saying bae and boo. She comes home after a hard day's work, no less, and finds a woman's bikini hanging in her bathroom. And then the final thing was that he doesn't tell the truth about where he is. So based on all of these different factors, she believes he's cheating.
So, Ms. Stewart, if you find out he's cheating, the relationship is over.
Yeah.
You're done.
But it's more at risk here. She's already severed tie with her family.
So she's just out there.
She's by herself with a child.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from licensed private investigator and certified polygraph examiner, Kendall Scholl. Ron, please escort Mr. Scholl into the courtroom.
Yes, Sean. Kendall Scholl. Step right over to the monitor. Thank you.
Good day. How are you, Mr. Scholl?
Good day. Fine, Your Honor. How are you?
We're good.
It's good to see you. Mr. Scholl, what did you do to investigate in this case?
We put Mr. Smith in a room with a very sexy woman to find out one thing. Is he a cheater?
Tell us what you found.
Well, as you can see here in the footage, Mr. Smith engaged in small talk with this woman. She put the moves on him to see if he would bite. And I give him credit. He showed no signs of cheating.
Were you able to gather any information from this exchange?
We were unable to find any evidence during this entire exchange that shows signs of cheating.
All right. To further investigate this case, you also conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Smith. Is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Smith was asked, have you ever had sexual intercourse with a woman who left her bathing suit in your bathroom? Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And what was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
And we have one other question. Mr. Smith was asked, since your relationship began with Miss Stewart 2.5 years ago, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Miss Stewart? What was his response?
Well, to this particular question, Mr. Smith did make an admission. He said that when he is mad at Miss Stewart, he stays out all night, and sometimes he sleeps with another woman.
Mr. Smith, how many other women are we talking about?
It's just one.
But when you get mad, you run to this woman.
No, not repeatedly. It was just one time thing.
This young lady has severed herself from her family for you. So, are you telling the truth?
Yes.
Are you lying now, or were you lying when you confessed to him that you were with other women, sometimes more than once?
When you get mad.
No.
And now your fiance has just stormed out.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
I figured she was gonna get emotional about it, but
Emotional?
Like I said, it's literally a one-time thing early in our relationship. One time.
Ron, could you go and see if she has pulled it together and can come back?
Yes, Sean.
Okay, there she is. Miss Stewart, I know this is a lot, so much so you had to leave the room. but you did come here for answers.
I just want to know who it was with. Was it with the family member or somebody else?
The family member.
Wow.
Well, now that you know that, Ms. Stewart, what do you do with that information?
I want to move on, honestly.
Mrs. Smith, is there anything you want to say to Ms. Stewart right now?
I apologize. I'm sorry. I really love you, like truly. You mean everything to me, really.
If you really love me, you wouldn't have done that.
You have a child together, and the family unit is so important. And if you somehow in your heart can figure it out and bring him back into your home, God bless you. But if you choose not to, because my mama said you can do bad all by yourself, then you will need counseling on how to co-parent together.
As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.